Wow, they still don't see him. See the eye symbol above him? They still haven't seen him. That's pretty crazy. Alright, bringing the ogres forward. Alright, throwing the assassin on the big man. See what happens. So this is like a level 2 assassin versus a level 1 lord, and he is rocking them pretty quickly. Alright, retarget the catapults onto these guys. Ogres are done with what they're doing, bring them back. I want to keep him near the middle because of his leadership, but we can get him on the front line.
New victim.
Come on, guys. Move up. The eye symbol means they saw him. Oh, did I have it backwards? I thought the eye symbol meant that, like, they did not see that unit. Because otherwise, why wouldn't everything have an eye?
They obeyed. Hold one.
Did he get him? Yeah, I did. Yo! Dude, I do like this part about this faction. The assassin units. Like, that is pretty game-changing having one of those. So the leader's already kaput. Yeah, they had this army was a level 1 enemy lord, and this is my weakest army. It's mostly Skaven slaves, which are the weakest unit. And my lord, I don't remember what level he is. He's like 4 or 5. But this hero unit was only level 2. So this level 2 assassin killed their level 1 lord, and is at 100% health. He's just hitting runners now. Now, he's nowhere near as good as a pack of wolves when dealing with runners, because wolves can hit like 30 different units at once, but still. He's picking a bunch of them off. Catapults did work on this battle, too. Now, the question is, why haven't I won yet? What of their stuff has not given up? Is it this guy? The Karlberg Greatswords. Unbreakable. That's why. It had Unbreakable. This is a city battle, so if I end it now, everything on the enemy side will not get away. They're trapped in the city. Yeah, dude. I think from now on, anytime I might play Skaven, I'm going to have like one assassin, lord, or hero in every army with like one of those speed banners. Those are great. Did the tooth guy poke your face? Tooth lady? She poked my face, yes. I went to the dentist this morning, if that's what you're trying to cleverly ask. And so, one group of rats got 100 kills, but each group of the catapults got 160 and 170 kills, respectively. Let's see. We got a ton of food, so we'll make this a level 3 settlement.
Steal everything. Guide us, Horned One.
Okay. Precise. Can we give him any equipment? Because this guy popped off. Swift slaying. Weapon strength, biting blade. Passive warrior bane. Nah. Plus 45 armor piercing damage. Does he already have armor piercing damage? Alright, seems like Biting Blade is the best one. Crap Talisman, but better than nothing. Actually, that's even better. Can give him... Dude, these Skaven Brew things... oh, wait, no, that's not the one I wanted. Skalm. Skalm is pretty cool, giving a passive and also a regen on demand. Let's see... This guy. Wound Maker. Let's get that. Just working toward extra powder.
I am Warlord.
Draft Master. Okay. Alright, so he's done with that. I guess playing the rats. I am. Rat Jam. Okay, put this guy back to normal and attack Frudenwald. We can just auto win that one. We'll do level 3. Ooh, the thing. Regiment of Renown unlocked. Help at Abomination. Wheels of Doom. Hey! Short victory complete. Glory to you, glory to us. The war will go on ever on, for that is the nature of this turbulent world, but for this moment, we claim victory. Now, of course, we can keep playing a little while longer, and I will, but the short victory was to get... What was it exactly? Hold on, I'm gonna read it exactly. Destroy the Great Orthodoxy, complete. Destroy the Ice Court, complete. And then take over 30 towns, complete. Nice. Let's see. Where is... This was the one. I wanted to try Doomwheel out in this army. Let's kick that out. Let's get Regiment of Renown. Where's the wheel? The Wheels of Doom. I wonder, can I mutate it? No, it's mechanical. Can't do that. So it's apparently it's gonna look like this thing, this big hamster wheel thing. Destroy the Slavs, the Chaos Dwarves as objectives. Pretty warmongering the rats. Oh yeah, I mean we're still fighting. Do I want to attack that right now? It's got a garrison.
Strike like snake.
Or probably rest. Probably rest. So we'll just go sit in encampment right now. Okay, so leave him. Let's see. Yeah, we're just getting to the point where we can make like brood horrors and stuff. I do like a lot of the heroes for this faction. Like the pack masters are pretty cool. As long as they're in melee, they're regenerating the monsters around them. They can have some summons. The plague priests are pretty cool. The warlocks are pretty cool. The only ones that I kind of are about is the chieftain, which is just like a little warrior guy. The assassin seems so much better than the chieftain. The warlock engineer is great. The plague priest is great. The pack master is great. I've never tried the Eshin. So many people in my chat were like, don't. It's bad, don't. So I haven't tried that one. There was a lot of Eshin haters in the chat. Okay. The chieftain gives ward save to the lord he's attached to. Ward save to the lord he's attached to. Okay. Like, is it much though? I mean, hang on. We accomplished our main objective. Let's see. Recruit hero. Oh, we can. Oh, wait, we can take a look at this now. All right, so chieftain. Yeah, whatever. All right, just pick this guy. All right, so he's got the melee attack line. That's standard. All right, so all this is standard except this, and I don't know what a Bonebreaker is. I think it's like an ogre. So he can ride around on an ogre, which gives him more health and more stats, except his armor goes way down, so he's an easier target to hit. So Bred Leader plus Leadership Aura Size, Paranoid Defender, plus Ambush Defense Chance, Enemy Hero Action Success Chance minus 15%, Ability Verminous Valor, Augment. Explosion does not affect friendly troops, allows a chance to escape melee. It doesn't... Okay, so I guess it does like a knockback, because there's no damage listing. Suspiciously loyal. On turn start, lords have a chance to gain 1 loyalty to the accompanying lord. Ward save 5%. Passive ability power grab. If a lord has died, this will give +8 leadership to everyone nearby. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I don't know if it's worth an army slot, though. Unless the Bonebreaker thing is really strong. Okay. It's alright. Like, it's not awful, but I don't know if it's something I would look forward to. What was the other stuff? Recruit hero, Eshin sorcerer. Okay, what do you do? Sharp teeth or aggressive? You got a stick and a sword. Okay. Rat Karuta? Melee defense, missile defense. Okay. Cathayan training. Cathayan training? He was trained in Cathay? Really? Okay. Concealment bombs. Ninja vanish. Warp stars. It's magic missiles. I hate magic missile spells. Magic missiles in this game are just so unreliable. Bound spell warp fireball. It's another magic missile. Toxic rain passive. Whenever you cast a spell, that's not a bad passive. Minus 10% to all that crap for enemies nearby. Skitter leap. Make an allied unit invisible for a few seconds. Armor of Darkness. Make one ally have more armor for a few seconds. Veil of Shadows. It's a vortex. Okay. Wait, causes no damage. What does it do? Does it just pull? Maybe it just pulls enemies together and then you try to hit them with a fireball or something? Brittle Bone. Minus speed and defense hex on one enemy. Ugh. Black Whirlwind. This one does damage. 3? It does 3 damage. It's a pretty low damage for 15 mana. Okay, yeah, I can see why this is kind of like, and then the one Lord that I really didn't try. Let's see, there's Plague and Ruin Grey Seers.
All hail, horned rat.
All hail, horned rat. Voice of the Horned Rats, plus leadership size. Envoy of the Council, plus 10 diplomacy with all Skaven. Screaming Bell. Massive increase to health, armor, leadership, a tiny bit more speed, but your damage goes way down. I think I've fought against this in battles before. It's literally like a wagon with a giant bell that just cruises around the battlefield. Tail Weapon, Wound Maker, Scarred Veteran, Exorcist Savior, Pestilent Breath, Plague Rash, Blessed with... Oh, he's just a Plague Monk. Okay, I have a Plague Monk hero. This is a Plague Monk. Plague, the Dreaded 13th. Wait, what? Plague Monk? No. Okay, so on the Plague Monk, here it has Summon More Plague Monks and Plague. This is different. What is this? Explosion summons a unit of Storm Vermin. Oh, wow. That's way... Okay, Storm Vermin are one of the most powerful just like melee rat units. They're like fully armored dudes. So, okay. Stand or die. Yeah, this guy's not bad. Okay. And... Let's see, that was a Plague one. What is the Ruin one? Okay, so same everything except spells. Warp Lightning, Howling... Oh, he's got Warlock spells. Okay. Okay. So he's got Warlocks, the same spells as the Warlock Engineer guy did. Yes, not bad. Yeah, if I were to play another rat game, I'm not sure what I would go for. I definitely like a lot of this. The Warlock Engineer is nice, but it's definitely a type of caster where you need the enemy to hold still. But at the same time, it does also give the army increased mobility, which is nice. What the WTF? Oh, this guy, Gorich, he is... I don't know why the graphic is so low quality on this screen. He looks way better in an actual battle. Gorich is like an experiment of Throts. When you play Throt, he gets a quest a little bit into the game to get this guy. And he's just a melee beast. Like, if you look, like, my legendary lord does 498 damage a hit. This guy does 791. And he's got 4 different moves. Sorry, he has 3 different moves that drastically increase his damage for a short time, like damage cooldowns. And you could just use all of them at once. And then he just, like, tears through things. And because he's considered a beast, or what is it called, like a molder beast, as long as he's near a Packmaster, like this guy is regenerating. So this guy, I keep them together because he keeps healing the other guy. But yeah, this guy's pretty good. You only get one of those. The Warlock Engineer is cool, but you need the enemy to be, like, clashing with yours. You need them to hold still so you can land lightning strikes, because otherwise they, on Legendary at least, they dodge every lightning strike. Packmaster was pretty neat. He had 4 uses of summon a bunch of stuff. Once he got the Brood Horror mount, he basically got regen, because the Brood Horror has regeneration. Master Molder was pretty good as well. Like, overall, the Packmaster was just, like, a good hero. Really good, around with some of the other stuff. The Assassin, both the Assassin Hero and Lord, were able to go one-on-one with Lords their level or higher. That was great. Plague Monk is weird, because he kind of sits back. He doesn't have a ranged attack. He just sits back. He's a decent melee combatant if they get close, but he has, like, a bunch of summon spells, like, Vermintide, and summon more Plague Monks and stuff like that. So I kind of like him. He's an interesting one. The Warlord was the most boring one to me. Like, he just had, like, the red line, the blue line that every Lord has, the melee line that every melee guy has, and then this stuff, I didn't get to it, but one of the things is drastically reduce the cost of slaves so that your army is, like, very low cost. That's kind of cool. This is just stuff related to ambushing, but if you're going to do that, why not get the Assassin Lord? And then Ravenous Expansion is maybe the best option. It boosts, it does a slight boost to every city on the map that you have. So you could, in theory, get just have these in every, like, one of these is your lord of every army, and just keep doing this just to boost your economy across the map. That would totally be a way to play. But the lord itself I found kind of dull, because it was like, the assassins won their 1v1s way faster than this guy did. This guy was just kind of there. He had a shield, he had armor, so he would stay alive longer, but he would just run into the battle and just kind of exist. Whereas this guy was just deleting everything. So, alright. Definitely the best option. You can get that skill and it persists after they are disbanded. Wait, what? You can get that skill and then it persists after disbanding. That's weird. Okay. Alright, review time. Let me talk about my experience with the rats and what I think of them. Alright, first of all, so this is my first time playing the rats past, like, turn 5. It was not too bad. There was a few scary moments in the early game, but I think we handled it pretty well. I definitely, let's go through it bit by bit. First, the Legendary Lord, Throt. Throt was kind of cool. He was just a chunky melee boy, and he had regeneration, so he could exist in the fight for a long time. He had the, the Remoldered skill. He could basically do, like, a big heal on a targeted unit, like, twice per battle. He could summon a group of rat ogres into a battle a couple times, and then once those abilities were used up, he was just a melee unit. And he eventually got Brood Horror, which was a pretty speedy mount that had regen, so that was pretty cool too. So overall, just as a lord, he was kind of neat. I didn't mind playing him at all. After that, we ended up with this hero guy. He was just a big melee powerhouse. He was fun as well. The heroes I kind of just touched on. The Warlock Engineers I liked, but it's like there are some casters, like Shadow Magic, you don't need the enemy to hold still. Pit of Shades will make them hold still, and then it will rip them apart. These spells need the enemy to hold still before you fire. So, he was very much not a run around the battlefield and harass the enemy. Hell, he didn't even get a mount. They don't even get mounts. So that was kind of the Warlock Engineer doesn't get a mount. The Packmaster does, so that was kind of cool. Like, you could just have, like, 5 Packmasters in an army, have them all summon stuff, and they're all on Brood Horrors, so they're basically Brood Horrors as well, and it would be pretty powerful. Kind of like if you had, like, you could do a full hero army of Lizardmen, and they're all riding dinosaurs, so it's basically an army of dinosaurs, too. So that's really cool. The other lords, the Master Assassin, and also the Hero Assassin were both incredibly powerful. Really liked it. What else was there? There was the Plague Monk that was cool at summoning. That was pretty neat. The Warrior guy was, I was kind of eh. But then, like, the other stuff we just, like, looked up here at the very end because I didn't really get to try them. Maybe next time I'll try a, Gray Seer earlier on, possibly. You know, that, the Envoy thing, just to build up the other Skaven might be cool. But, yeah, Plague. First time in a while I've seen a Vortex that doesn't pull enemies in. I actually thought that all Vortex spells in the game pulled in enemies, but apparently they don't. Apparently they just, you know, persist for a while, but this one doesn't pull the enemies in. So I tried to use it like Pit of Shades and was very surprised when they just walked out of it. The rites were pretty cool. Especially this one that lets you get the Undercity thing started. I was kind of sad, like right here at the very end, we got an Undercity expansion, which was it this one? Yeah, we got this free Undercity expansion. Basically, I was building this building, which is each turn there's a 5% chance the Undercity will expand. And I did a similar thing when I did a Changeling playthrough, where at the end I had 190 Undercults. And I remember, like, each turn, it would just give me 5 more, because I had so much of the map covered, and every single one had a 5% chance of spreading. So it's really difficult to get it kind of jump-started, but once you have it jump-started, it just spreads like crazy. We never really got the ball rolling with that, but it also took a while to get our first Warlock Engineer out. There was a requirement down here. It was something really silly, and it was like, you know, you set a city to a certain commandment. And I didn't realize it, because I could have done that turn 1 and been done with that by turn 2, but I didn't notice it till like turn 10 or 20. So that took a really long time for me to realize that that was there. The Skaven Corruption. I hate the Skaven Corruption. It is the first time I've played a faction with a corruption mechanic where I didn't like it. Because if the Skaven Corruption gets too high, you get punished. That's really weird to me. So that's probably one of my least favorite things about this faction, is that you are hurt if your corruption gets too high. So that even the Skaven hate the Skaven Corruption? Yeah. Yeah. The Flesh Lab. This was pretty neat. Build-A-Bear Workshop, but with monsters. You can go in here and just like add different modifications and things to stuff. This was pretty neat. Yeah, what is this one? I don't even know what this one is. Resurrects dead combatants, heal injured before resurrecting. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So there's a lot of neat stuff in here. And like if you mutate stuff too many times, it would get instabilities and get some negative effects. But like this right here, like look at the list of stuff on that, and it's all positive and nothing bad has happened to that one. Yeah, like that is pretty neat. I will say I noticed this and this. For some reason I didn't notice this until like turn 50. These are all some various buffs and stuff for like your whole faction. I should have done that much earlier. The growth vat at the early game, you know, it's not doing much, but then in the late game, it's just constantly queuing out more things. Like, this is what I have in queue I can grab right now from the vats. 3 tier 5 units, a tier 4 unit, 13 free batches of tier 1 units, and 9 batches of, I don't know what ogres are, tier 1 or 2, or tier 2 or 3 probably. They're tier 2, I see it. So all of these are already cooked and ready to go. That's crazy. Like, that just builds up, builds up, builds up. It kind of reminds me of, like, the undead, or the vampire counts, when they build up their, dead units that are, like, ready to be resurrected, and you could just, like, pop them out at a moment's notice. So that was pretty cool. Their normal recruitment is just old-fashioned recruitment, which is kind of annoying, especially after playing Nurgle. Nurgle's recruitment was so busted. So after playing that, this is just like, oh, I'm a peasant again. But the growth batch things were nice. It was kind of like having Regiments of Renown. If I needed to grab units in a pinch, I could grab like a whole bunch from the growth vat and just go on about my day. That was pretty cool. The cities. The cities were pretty neat. It was very interesting that virtually every single building had income. Do you guys see that? Like right there, income 80. Right there, income 80. Right up there, income 100. Over there, increases income for the whole thing. Income 80, income 80. Basically, there was no like one income building. It was just every building had some income. So the end result is I had a pretty good economy as long as I just kept building stuff. That was pretty great. I liked that. That was enjoyable. Also, the whole thing where when you capture a city, you can use up a bunch of food to make the city instantly level 2, 3, 4, or 5. That was pretty wild too. That was pretty cool. Was not expecting that. That was a neat thing. You know, the Vermintide is, of course, very awesome as well. There's definitely some units we, didn't get to try out that were farther away for Throt. Like, Throt starts out with the mutant stuff and has very easy access to make lots more mutants and ogres and things like that. I think Ikit is the one that starts out with the more tech stuff and can get, like, gun stuff faster. So I didn't really try those out, but, there's other Skaven stuff as well. Also, these guys have pretty good garrisons. There are some factions that getting the garrisons out is a pain, or it's a huge loss to your economy, because you sacrifice a building slot to build the garrison there. But these guys, like, look at this. Like, this, where is... Oh, it doesn't say it here. Hold on a second. Am I thinking of something else here? One sec. Upgrades ability, Skaven Warp Bomb in the region. Gives catapults, Skaven Warp Bomb. Wait, hold on. There was one that increased the turrets or something? Am I thinking of something else? One sec. Maybe it was a minor settlement thing. Okay, adds defenses to the walls. Skaven Warp Bomb. I don't know why it doesn't say it. Anyway, when you upgrade the walls, one, again, it's an economy building. So it gives you money for upgrading the walls for some insane reason. It gives you a better garrison, which is great. But it's the only garrison I've seen where it pays for itself. And also, I don't know why it's not listing it there now, but it said it upgraded the towers. I don't think I've seen that before. Because, like, the towers at the beginning were just, like, dinky little archer towers. And eventually they get upgraded to, like, freaking rockets and stuff. And I really don't know why I'm not seeing that right now. But I swear we saw that there before. So, yeah, that was a very cool thing as well. Research. There are some factions where the research has been trashed. This one was alright. There was a few cool things in here. There was a few dumb things in here. But overall, the research was engaging. Like, it was good. It gave you some stuff to look forward to. On the flip side, there was some of the other factions I played where the research was, like, the most boring thing in the world. So, that was a thing. Anything else? The units. It was not... bad. Like, obviously the Skaven are really cowardly. If they start to lose, their units all, like, run on their own. That means a couple things. One, you can lose a battle that you were winning because your rats are cowards. And that is frustrating when that happens. However, it also means that if you lose a battle, very often all your units live because they, with perfect micro, run away before you have to tell them to run away. So when that happens, you end up with all of them surviving. So that was actually kind of interesting. I actually did a few battles where I was just, like, whittling down the enemy forces and farming XP, even knowing I was going to lose the battles. And I only stopped doing that when I realized that one of my guys got a negative trait for losing too many battles. Like, he got, like, the unlucky or some crap. So I was like, oh shoot, I need to chill with that. They get a speed buff while routing. Yeah, it's called Scurry. Yeah, so they, like, scurry away, and they get a speed buff while running away. So that was interesting. But yeah, I was able to do a lot of the early game with just Skaven slaves, which are just really, really cheap units, and then eventually move on to better stuff. The Globadiers were awesome, but Jesus God, the friendly fire was terrifying. Like, I was just destroying my own troops. The plague catapults were great in the early game to harass the enemy. The slingers, just the fact that they could go shoot over walls or over your front line was awesome for early game. Doom Flayers were interesting, just these angry motorcycles, but they were armored, had armor piercing and anti-infantry. So they were almost like wolves. They were really good at just, like, running into a group and just, like, munching them up, and they were decent speed. But not as fast as wolves. I love that the faction has wolves. Any faction I play, if they've got, like, a wolf type unit, I usually get a pack of wolves in the army because they're so good at, any time an enemy gets the white flag, you can munch them and make sure they do not come back. So I often end battles with the wolves as the most kills, and these guys have good wolves. So that was cool. Yeah, the mortars were good. So I don't think there's anything else I want to say. Never saw the lightning cannons in action. See that someday. There's so many routes though. But yeah, like, I was kind of reminded of, like, Grom the Paunch with the goblins or Helman Gorst with the zombies. I was able to do a lot with the tier 1 units. On the flip side, there's other factions I've played, I've not been able to do nearly as much with them. Now, maybe that was a skill issue, but with these guys, I was able to do a lot with the tier 1 units. That was great. But yeah, with that, you know, we did hit the short victory condition. I did talk about that. Like, honestly, I've enjoyed playing the Skaven. I am surprised. Because usually I like fighting against the Skaven because, you know, oh, I got 1,000 kills. You know, you just get big numbers and, you know, big number unga bunga brain happy. I was surprised how much I enjoyed this. Because, you know, I usually like really sturdy, like, units that you heal. Like, I like the longevity units, you know? Like, the ones that will last a long time. So, like, with Dryka, you get, like, you know, the tree people, and they're really tanky, and then you can heal them with life magic, and they don't die. And they can be surrounded with 1,000 Skaven, and they'll win. And I like that. I enjoy that. But this was alright. This was, like, a different type of survival, you know, just run away. But it, you know, it worked out pretty good. Just think, Mug, there's still 2 more flavors of Skaven you tried. There's technically 5 more. I saved the game before I bought all those Lords and Heroes to look at their skill trees. By the way, small thing, I wish you could inspect the Lords and Heroes skill trees from the recruitment window before you buy. For people like me, that would be really nice. Just to show. So I just tried Throt. I've played like 5 turns of Ikit just to kind of understand the early game. He's like what are the Warlock engineers, but on crack. He starts with Jezzails and Doom players. And then yeah, there's also Warrior guy. I'm guessing I won't love this, but maybe I'll try someday. This guy appears to be a Plague Monk. This guy? Okay, this is funny. Look at this animation. He's like, yeah, let's go, everyone, charge. Let's do it. Okay, all right. And then he falls back and lets them all die. So I don't know what this guy's vibe is, but he just leads others to charge and then he backs up. That's very Skaven. So I don't even know what type of unit he is. He's something. I'll have to make him for a game and see what he is. Death Runners. I don't even know what a Death Runner is. 72 units? It's a squad of rats or something. And then Deathmaster Sneech. Who tri-wields. He's like Zoro. So he is an assassin. I have fought him when I played Cathay. So I know he's over in that area. So yeah, I'm most interested in these 3 on the bottom. But now that I know I like the units for this faction, to my surprise, I'm curious about the others too. Yo, this guy starts with plague catapults. That's awesome. Very much my favorite Skaven playstyle, both on tabletop and in Total War. Yeah, I'd have to get better at. By the way, are these guys blind? The Plague Monks look like Dredge, like they don't have eyes. I don't know Plague Monk lore. I'm looking at this and I'm thinking he's blind. Tretch gets a bonus after retreating from an attack. Scurry Away has improved effect. It grants a minor ward save while active. Is it just for him or the whole army? Gain the following for 3 turns after declaring war. Bonus, ambush, menace below. Okay. Encourage for Storm Vermin. +1 armor, just a base chance for experiencing for all players as Storm Vermin. Devastating flanker for the whole army. Do double charge bonus when attacking the rear flank of an enemy. Plus attack during ambushes and plus attack after retreating when attacked. Wait. Plus 13 melee attack after retreating when attacked. So wait, so like if you get attacked, you retreat, and then they attack you again, you get a bonus. But wouldn't you be winded though? That's an interesting mechanic though. Like, forcing your own back against the wall for a bonus. Clan Rictus makes me groan. I hate dealing with him while playing Emmerich. Which one's Rictus? Oh, these guys. He gouged his eyes out after seeing the first great follower of the Great Horned Rat. Wait, who's the Great Horned Rat? Because I saw the, what is it, the Grey Seers have horns? Or maybe it's part of their hat. I don't know. The Grey Seers had horns, because I saw that. It's the god of all Skaven. He was so awestruck he never wanted to see anything else ever again. Oh, that's commitment. Okay. Alright, well cool. Alright, once again, thank you to Shugo who gifted me the Skaven packs. I definitely need to try the others. For the people who want to see something else, we'll try starting one of the other ones on the next go-round, but I am going to put Throt down for now.